Now we all know that this is the holiday season and everybody is busy, but today is the start of the brand new start month because tomorrow is the 1st of July and I think everybody's back for studies and for the kids and of course the adults are all back to busy mode. Yeah. Yes, good morning to you, Nigel. Thank you for welcoming back. All right, today is the 30th of June 2025, Crazy Market Talk with Kel. And if you actually look carefully, we have another new insertion here itself. You can see on the screen, Vietnam. Yes, indeed, we do have another avenue open in the world. All right, previously Vietnam was not in the list, and now we have. And in fact, it could be one of the biggest if let's say things goes well. So that's why the crazy is going global. The question is this: are our own people here in Singapore are you using the system and are you using it at the best of its ability? All right, so that is my more concern right now. Okay, so once again, before we start this morning session, I welcome you guys for this crazy market talk with Cal. Be crazy with crazy. All right. So the thing is, this disclaimer apply as usual. Please do your risk management, do it accordingly. And after that, we will have the crazy revision with Cal. Let's talk about KCB again, because I think that KCB will be again utilized very, very soon on a couple of markets, and that's where we should get involved in it. All right. So let's go into the market right now to start this morning. Okay, let's bring some global picture first. Yeah. Now, globally, we know that the US dollar has dropped quite significantly. All right, US dollar. All right, US dollar have dropped significantly. So let's take a look here itself. This is a US dollar. And then this, oh, sorry, this is a dollar yen. Sorry, my bad. Hold on a minute. Where's my US dollar? Here we go. Hey, sorry about that. Okay. Now, this is the US dollar chart that I showed the last few weeks. And I'm still adamantly very, very optimistic to say that I think the US dollar will drop to 96.50. All right. 96.50 will be my target for the dollar. Now, you must understand that the thing is this. The more the Federal Reserve likely will basically cut interest rate in July, as what everybody's speculating right now, then there is a possibility for the dollar to slip down to 96.50. And would that create the gold market to actually recover? Yes, it does. So that's the reason why I think that we can look at gold very, very soon. Okay. Now, one thing I'll share with you is that if you look carefully on the euro, just for a quick one here as well. Now, look at the euro currency. The euro have been skyrocketing, right? Because the dollar bit differentiate, right? Depreciate in value. Now, I want you to take a look there. If I combine this and I put in maybe the FTSE, this stock index, okay, the UK, and then after that, I basically put it over it itself. Now you can see very clearly that the how the thing work between them. Just change the color a little bit. You can see that as the euro dollar surge, right? So the stock market actually goes up. Can you see that? So when the euro came off, the stock market also takes some profit. Okay, got an idea? Okay. So basically, right, if you look at, if we put this away and we change it to example, the Sing dollars SGD, okay, US SGD, Singapore, still futures, okay, man, dollar SGD. Okay, here we go. Now this is a Singapore dollar. As you can see, Singapore dollar really strengthened. All right, although it's coming down, but it's strengthening against the dollar. So you can see that ever since the April itself, the Sing dollar have appreciated from 134, dropped all the way to 127. All right, so for those who basically put their accounts with, for example, AIMS, and then you put your dollar there, so at then the conversion was what, 1.33. Now you go if you take back the dollar, you notice that you have earned more US dollar because now your Sing dollar have appreciated in a way. But of course, if it's the other way around, then you lose out. Yeah. Okay. So the thing is this: if you put together now with the stock market STI, Singapore Straits Time Index, STI. Okay, Straits Time Index. Okay, I'll put it in for you right now. You will notice that as the Sing dollar depreciate in value, I mean, sorry, appreciate in value, all right, the STI rocketed, right? Okay, went back up right now, it's trading at about 39, 60 level, yeah, very near the high level recently. So the thing is this, the question is this. So when a currency, okay, goes up, the stock market usually goes up. Can you get it? Okay. So because of everybody having this good feel of the currency and good feel of the stock market and economy, so that's why things happen. So if that is the case itself, right, then if you put back again the US dollar, you put the US dollar again into the picture, we can see right now, then you put it against the Dow Jones. Let's take a look. Right, the Dow. Well, we don't see the same thing. We actually see a very different thing. See that? Okay, you see back then itself, right? When the Dow Jones, when the US dollar is coming down, so did the Dow Jones. Can you see that? So you can see that as a dollar created, the stock market created. But now what do you see? You can see that the stock market is running on its own while the dollar is coming down. So this is something very, very different. All right. Very, very interesting itself. So what could be the issue at this moment? That means that, right, okay, the market, most probably the bond market players are shifting their focus. Basically they extract themselves from the US dollar, and then they basically put those somewhere else. So likely they put in euro, they put in the this overseas bond market. So what we are having is that we have a stock market that is surging while the currency is depreciating. So the only reason for that itself, right, could likely be, as I say, more funds are moving out and also the printing at the moment. So I suspected that the recent upside of the US market is really due to the printing. That means that the Federal Reserve is definitely printing money into the system to hold up the system. So the question will come in is that what if this balloon bursts and the stock market start to really collapse because of whatever reason, then the dollar will definitely be heavily affected. Now, for those who actually joined us last night, where we have the sharing with Benedict, the video will be ready in the afternoon. We will put it up itself and let you watch it. There'll be no subtitle, but then you can watch and hear it out. We also be putting on the crazy.com. By the way, our Facebook page has changed from Trade with the Boys to crazy.com on Facebook. You can actually search us over there itself. Yeah. Okay, so that is the reason why I feel that there is a very, very high chance that gold will stay up in the next few weeks. I know that it's very contrary to a lot of people right now. Everybody telling me that, KEL, I think your gold prediction will not come true this time. The 2868, I think you'll be wrong. But as usual itself, when I listen to this, I just smile. Okay, I don't want to argue so much. I know what I'm seeing. I'm a big believer of repeated pattern. So this pattern already tells me that the gold price eventually will go up and the fundamental will follow. All right. So I believe that maybe not now, but a while later, the gold price will still go back to where we came from, and that is about 3,456 area there. All right. Thank you, this Chandu. Thank you. Good morning to you. Nice to see you too. All right. Okay, good to use that. Good that you're using your company name. That's very nice. Okay, all right. So that is my view on the dollar versus the gold versus the market right now. Okay, so of course, again, people say that, but KEL, but the Dow Jones is just surging, so that means that the market is still very strong. Well, I say again, if you are putting money into the system, putting a lot of money in the system, it's just a matter of time. The market will react accordingly. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this morning, let's say go for the start of the morning itself. Gold is now trading at 3271, 3271. So how do we come to this? Very simple, it's not difficult. This morning, the gold opened at 3273, right? But we know that today the opening price itself is just marginally below the pivot one. And pivot one is a resistance. So if the market break resistance, it by right should go higher. But if it pulls back, it's a sell. And at the same time, you will notice that the KSI is actually red in color. So that means that once the market breaks OP, there's a very, very high chance the market will go down to the KTR -1. You'll see the 5-minute charts later. And the thing is this, at the same time, the KCX, which is the retail traders, are also selling. So it's very, very simple to trade here. As long as the market trades below OP, when the KSI and the KCX are actually against you, you can almost be sure that the market will sell. So you see the day before, which last Friday, the gold price opened, but the KSI, the KCX were all sellers. The market opens immediately, bang, the market goes down, right? So it's not difficult to do things like this. It's very simple to trade the market. You just have to follow the rules. So later on tomorrow, I will do a very simple flow chart for all of you to follow the rules so that you guys can trade accordingly. Okay, now if you notice by now, you see the KCX is already blinking, and that's probably the reason why I'm telling you that later in the second session, we talk about how to use the KCX, and I want you to utilize this to make money from gold once again. Okay, all right, now if gold can stay above OP, where will it go? Oh, very simple. The first target it will go be the MLP 3301. That is very simple. All right, look at it. If the market recover, the nearest resistance, the nearest line that's available will be the MLP at 3301. So I think that guys, if you are looking to buy some gold, you can look at it now. You notice the color has switched over from purple, violet to white color. Yes, indeed, because back to violet again, because once it goes above OP and above pivot, it will switch color, yeah, it become white color. Okay, interesting, yeah. So you can see it's actually trying to toggle at the moment right now. Okay, so that is gold for you. Let's look at the Dow now. Now, I know that a lot of people have been giving me a lot of feedback and say, Kel, your KSI again spoiled. Now, this is like from 2011, I created my KSI to today. That's like more than 14 years. And 14 years, I have enough of people telling me the same thing over again, that my KSI is really a very complicated indicator. I don't understand this. Your indicator itself sometimes works, sometimes don't work. And because it don't work itself, I lose money. Oh gosh. I mean, how am I going to explain this, guys? Look at the last few days on the Dow Jones, okay? Apart than this day itself, right? I mean, the one I just take it out first. Okay, the one with no arrows, okay? Even today, as long as the market stays above OP, no matter what you do, it's a buy. No matter what you do, it's always a buy. And I've been proving this over and over again. Above OP, just take the buy side, you'll be fine. I know that a lot of people still like to do swing trading, like sell high, buy low. But I can tell you this, it is not difficult to do that trading, but it's very difficult to be consistent. So that's why it's much easier to do a opening above OP just buy strategy. It's much better. And with now Federal Reserve printing more money, it's even harder to be a contrarian right now if you have a very rich dad who basically can settle all your problem when things goes wrong. Yeah. So the thing is this, then why is your KSI red? It's because based on the algorithm, the boys are definitely more selling to buying. So which means that probably they buy 10 shares, but they sell 11 shares. They buy 50 shares, they sell 51 share. So that's why the indicator stays red. All right, and you can see very clearly, everyone, that the KSI is increasing. Now, back then, when I was doing KSI at that beginning stage itself, I did tell you that KSI, the length of the KSI is not relevant. But I told you from version 2.0, it's going to be relevant. And I said that before. So if you look back again on this little movement here, do you see that the KSI was going downwards while the price was going upwards? And then after that, when the price basically have the KSI and the color together at the same time, bang, that's where the Dow went up. So you can see the point here itself. Now, of course, there were times whereby the market comes down, but the KSI stays green. So what do we do over there? We just have to basically sell below OP, but sell small. Okay, sell small until the market gives you a strong indication like this. Okay, so this KSI, I think that if you take time to really do step by step yourself, you will see my point. Okay, now put it simple today. Today is very simple. I will still buy above OP for the Dow Jones, but I will inform you that you should buy small. So of course, some of you say, Kel, wait a minute. Are you telling me the last few days I supposed to buy small? I say yes. But if I bought small, I will earn very little over the last few days. Of course, you say small, but the market went up. But the question is this, if you have been doing that, you make money, right? If you shorted the market, you'll be dead, right? So what is the problem here? That's the thing here. Making money is more important, right? So when the market is with you, where the KSI and the market is with you, you buy big. Do you buy big? That's a question. So why keep on focusing on the negative when you can do something more positive? Okay, so anyway, this is how I feel the market right now. So today, the KCB target is 44,129. All right, so if you have bought, you can aim that number. It probably may see during the European time. But if the market breaks below OP and breaks below pivot 2 with the OP and pivot 2 is so near, then there will be some selling. Now, because we all know that pivot 2 is a support level for the market. So if the market basically breaks below OP and below pivot 2, no matter what you tell me, it's a definite sell. Okay. But and because of the KSI is red, that I believe that the selling climax will be stronger and the MLP will be my target first. Now, from where we are right now to hit MLP, it need take a bit of 300 points or more. But like I say again, well, let's see what happens. You never know. Now, do note this week itself is a short week for the Americans because of the 4th of July Independence Day. Right, in an Independence Day, it's going to happen on, if I'm not wrong, it's on a Thursday, right? Let me see. Yep, happening on the Thursday, sorry, Friday of Singapore and so-called Friday night of Singapore. So which means that before that itself on the third, there will be already people have to release their position and stuff like that. Yeah, and of course we do know that there could be a potential what do you call um, issue coming in from the on in Japan or in Philippines or Indonesia because of all the speculation about this tsunami coming in. So traders likely will maybe pull the handbrake a little bit as the days goes by. All right. So I believe that they may buy some gold in anticipation. And as I'm speaking right now, gold has already traded above OP. Yeah. So traders, I give you the information. You do your own homework. Okay. All right. And of course, at the same time itself, right, you can see there is a diamond on the this Dow Jones. And if you put the diamond in, if you put a white color bar, you can see that very clearly. If you follow the diamond strategy, you should be able to see the market giving a very strong buy signal the last few days. Yeah, very strong buy signal. Okay. All right. So next one will be we're looking at will be oil. Now, oil has been sideways for the last 5 days. Okay. Now we know that everybody went in to buy oil on the way up because of the Iran-Israel war. But remember, on this very day, I call for sell because the market, once it opens, it went below OP, right? The market actually gap up because of the three missiles fired by US on the Iran. And then after that, the market go into chaos, been from start of the morning. But once it go below OP, we know that something is very wrong in the whole equation. We call for sell. And of course, at the same time, the KSIs flip from from green to red. So the euro means so the crude oil price keep on going lower, right? From $67 drop to $64. Okay, so the question is this right now, Cal, do you think the crude oil will go up? My answer to you is a definite yes. Why? Now, because the thing is this, that once the dollar depreciate in value, the crude oil will have some recovery stage itself. But the difference is this, the US economy is not doing very well. So the demand for oil is not there unless this Donald Trump push and activate all the manufacturing in. So at the moment right now, the crude oil is staying below because of the MAs. The MAs 230 and MA 200 are all residing on top, right? So with that, which means that the market has the pressure on the downside. But if you look at it, right, the market has been sideways while the boys have been selling relentlessly, and also at the same time, the retail also been selling. But did you notice that the KCX is blinking as of this morning? So you understand why this later on in the second session, right? We talk about KCX, yeah? So stay tuned, yeah? So because of that, right, I tell myself very simple, if the market is to recover, the first target it will be going over the first KCB. And the first KCB is somewhere around here at 68.84, all right, 68.84. So where are we right now? We are at 65.59. So if there's going to be a bottoming out soon, there is a very good possibility for the crude oil to go back up all the way to 68.84 level. And the thing is this, if the market can convincingly stay above 68.84, oh my God, the next target can be as high as $78. So you can imagine that's $10 run. Now, of course, I will say that Cal, this will never happen again because this happened because of the Iran and Israel war. So as long as no fight, it should be fine. Well, again, why must it be the two of them? It cannot be other countries? So that's why I said just take note of the numbers. Yeah, the market will know what to do. If the market really wants to, accumulate and prepare for the big run, you can see that it happened before here whereby the market keep on coming in and accumulated it before it blasts up. So why not? It can happen over here again, whereby now it's the other way around. Things may go on opposite side, yeah. So the sun, I'll let you decide on this own, yeah. Okay, last one will be the currency market, and it's how short we talk about euro, not about this pound. Just give me a minute. Okay, so you can see pound is also very interesting. The pound market, very clearly, we have the diamond. So you put a diamond in and straight away you can buy. But the KSI incredibly stays red. So why is that so? Because the buying itself is not as strong as what we see on the ground side. So the thing is this, the market is just buying it up because it is following the rule. And while they are buying, the quantity itself is not very strong because the boys are actually more the sellers than the buyers. So the question is this, Kel, what if if the market breaks down, what will happen? Oh, very simple. Now what we're having is a very clear-cut elephant trade with more than 5 trading bars. So if you look at it right now, yesterday's day low will be a very important trigger point. If the market don't break the low, it's all good. But if the market breaks the low, then the selling will likely be starting. So the low here itself is at 1.3752. Okay, one. Okay, so where are we right now? Wait a minute, error 3720. Sorry, my bad. I saw wrongly. Sorry, my bad. Low is 3683. Sorry, my bad. 3630. Mm-hmm. Open 36830. Yeah. Okay, 3683, yeah. So which means that if the pound do breaks below 1.3683, there should be some selling on the pound market. So wait a minute, if the pound come down, does it mean that the dollar will have to rise? Yes, by right itself, that is how it works. So are you saying that if the market just refuse to, if the dollar can fall itself, then the pound can go higher? Yes, but that's trade small because again, I repeat myself, because the KSI still red in color. So play small will be a better choice. Yeah, that is how I go with this flow. Okay, guys, thank you very much for listening to the first half of this morning sharing. We'll take a short break right now. We'll come back to do the KCX, which you don't want to miss this because it's going to help you along with your Dow Jones, with your gold and your crude oil market. Stay tuned. See you later in about 1-2 minutes time. Thank you very much.